Hey,
Hello, hello.
we're back again. I know I keep saying that every time.
Baxter's back.
Back, it's back. I'm just at Lula's playing some FIFA, and I thought it's probably the best way to talk about something over a game of FIFA. We've been doing this for probably 10 years.
Yeah,
Right? You used to
yeah.
come to mine, play FIFA, have a chat.
Yeah.
And all the boys used to come to my place because I live near school. But yeah, it's a good way to talk about heavy shit or really silly stuff, right? Like, but I think this is a new format. We'll give you commentary as we go. Who's gonna win? Probably me. But we shall see. We're actually just on the main screen trying to pick teams.
Oh, wait.
But what are we talking about
Why
today?
are you professional AI?
Wait, what?
Go back.
Do I need to change?
No, it's okay. I'll change. There we go.
So is this PS5?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Just for the fans of this.
it's FIFA 23, by the way. I haven't bought EA FC 24. Just because.
You want the FIFA?
No, not really. I just
What is
didn't.
that? What happened? Like, is it so? Not what happened, but what does it mean for FIFA 23?
Nothing really. It's just like a
Oh, okay.
previous iteration of the game. It's still done by EA Sports. It just doesn't have the branding, the rights for the FIFA title. So FIFA might actually come up with a different game, but the people who created the previous games are still creating the same ones.
Cool.
Yeah, but
What-
digressing. On
No, but what are we talking about?
yeah.
I probably. I don't know. Go on.
Yeah, well, fitting, or sort of fitting, because esports, but kind of want to talk about like how sports and like sport entertainment has been a big part of our lives growing up. I know we talked about music like an episode ago,
Yeah.
a few episodes ago, but I want to talk about, and I think something you agreed on is something it's shaped most of our lives.
Yeah, definitely.
think
I
it's a
feel
big
like
part.
it's shaped a big part of my life and yours as well, obviously. So we're going to talk about sports and some stories. I actually don't know what you're going to say, but
I don't either.
Our plans are very loose. So what we have down is stories. So we'll see. I'm sure you have some good stories to say and share. But we're picking teams. I'll pick France.
We're playing international, right?
I reckon international.
So, picking France. Maybe I'll do a randomized. Oh, no, I don't
No.
know how to. Oh,
Either?
no. I don't think I want to. But how about
Do England.
England?
No, actually no. Spain.
Spain?
Yeah,
Alright, I'll do
do
Spain.
Spain.
Spain versus
I
France.
think I didn't pick Spain though.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
You picked the stronger team.
I am a Spanish fan.
I am Jose Mourinho.
I am.
Speaking of Jose Mourinho, big part. So football, cover football first, obviously, because it is a big part. Yeah, I met, like most of our childhood was playing football and
Yeah.
talking about football.
But before football, I didn't realize that you told me recently that we were in the same gymnastics class.
Yeah.
We did gymnastics together.
Yeah.
That's funny to think.
Um,
I'm the least flexible guy on the planet.
yeah, because football. Back when we started, I think football was only permitted from like 6th grade or something, or 7th grade.
Also, when we say football for Australians, it's soccer.
Yeah,
we're talking
yeah,
about, obviously.
yeah. Oh, we actually it was called Lyceum.
Soccer.
Doxed ourselves, but Lyceum soccer. So like technically we're sort of
Bro, stop
using
fixing
the-
your team. It doesn't matter. Like, just...
all right, okay. It doesn't matter. I'll just use that. So yeah, it is a big part.
But were you a sporty kid before that? Like before? So the commentary's loud.
Yeah, I hope it's not too loud, but let's keep it like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But were you a sporty kid before that?
I don't think I played that much sport before. Like I did like like obviously like everyone played cricket, right? When they were there, but obviously I didn't play anything else for like school or like in my free time.
And also like in Sri Lanka, it's not like Australia. Like sport isn't the main focus. There's no like emphasis on, like there is, but not much.
Exactly.
Maybe in primary school a little bit, but then as soon as you get older, it's kind of secondary.
Yeah.
Good tackle.
But yeah, I think if anything with school, I think what was sort of encouraged was that everyone does sport.
Had to do two.
Yeah, I had to do two things, right?
Extracurricular though.
Yeah.
You could do chess and like play the drums. So.
But like I mean, not obviously chess is kind of a sport.
No,
at
it
the
is.
End of the day, so.
I'm saying more physical.
Yeah. That's true.
I love chess. Offside.
Yeah, I mean, that was probably the first time I was part of like a team growing up, and
shit.
Oh shit! I was through on goal. I wasn't through on goal. It was like a pass away. But anyway, yeah, and like I think the people that I like was on that team with, at the time, I'm still like keeping in touch. Obviously,
you had a football podcast. For
yes,
2 years.
Yeah,
like proper.
Not yeah, but like same guys, same people we were on the team with as well.
Yeah.
Shout out the boys there.
The boys.
Yeah, so those kind of that people in the team, definitely people that like you meet them any time of the day, like any random day, you'd like catch up with because that you sort of like spent a lot of time with them, and I'm sure they would agree as well. But yeah, it's a big sort of part of our lives, as I said earlier.
What's your relationship now?
With football?
With sports.
With sports in general. I'm still a big fan of football, obviously. Still watch games, still sort of keep up with things.
You stay up still to watch games?
Yeah, I do. I'm trying to do a bit less of that.
Yeah,
but
I think you should do less.
Jesus.
No, well, like this.
I know. It is sort of a like a tough kind of relationship at the end of the day when you kind of think about it. And by that I mean being a football supporter as well is a sort of a big. It takes a bit of a toll on you, I think. I think people are gonna laugh, but I'm a Manchester United fan, and like obviously ever since I've been watching football, I've been supporting them.
Most of the fans.
So yeah, like obviously there are times when we don't do that well. As of recent years, whereas like a lot of the past, like the first few years of me watching football, we were like really good, and it's a bit of a contrast at the end of the day. So there is a bit of a toll on like seeing your team not do as well on some weeks, and it kind of I mean almost any football fan would agree with this. Like your sort of mood depends on 11 players on a pitch that you've never spoken to, which is interesting.
It is true.
And sorry, that was good.
I missed.
Yeah, I mean, that was something that we could have talked about as well. I think like the relationship we had, even like being a football, like a sport, an athlete. Sorry, I forgot the word for a second. But yeah, the sort of trials you have in terms of that, and how your relationship with that sort of sport, like, because I know you like are basically a runner now, right? So like that is a big part of your life now, and how your relationship with that is also.
I mean, what I've found to help me stick to the habit of running, which is a very solitary, lonely thing, is to look. It's a well-known habit forming method, which is to actually identify with that. So like not thinking of someone who runs, but thinking of yourself as a runner helps me run more and stick to it. Which also comes to your detriment. Like now I'm injured, so my identity itself is a bit, lost, right? And so that's the kind of the pros and cons of identifying with something so closely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, soccer's been good, and I've been running.
Yeah.
Right.
How's your relationship with soccer or slash football changed? Because I know you're not like we used to be massive fans.
Yeah,
And
I mean, we used to
like,
come to
watch.
school and
Yeah.
in the morning, half asleep because we stayed up watching the games.
Yeah.
Like, and like sometimes you don't need to talk. Like you come into the class and like
Yeah,
we
you know.
like you have that little smirk and you're like, yeah, we all saw what happened last night.
Yeah.
But obviously because no sport, like no team in Sri Lanka is good. Everyone's watching European soccer, like football. No, but I think I've lost more and more. Like when I came here, I was just busy and because of time zones, I just didn't end up watching soccer like that.
Yeah.
And then I also just stopped.
Oh.
But I also kind of stopped.
Following it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to focus. So hard to talk. Well,
Yeah. He's off.
This is
Let's
Fernando
go.
Torres.
Let's go.
2009, no, 2012.
Oh, unbelievable! Ah, no. Fuck, he caught
20
up.
years back. Oh,
Oh. Okay. Well, yeah. Like I definitely think like you've sort of lost touch with football.
There's another thing though to
Yeah.
that, which is I have stopped caring about teams, and when I say teams, I don't mean sports teams. I mean nations. Like I'm Sri Lankan, or like I'm whatever, or like religions, or like any kind of sector, or like whatever it is.
Segregation, I guess.
Like it is a team in the end. Oh, cross. Fuck.
Or like clubs.
Clubs,
Like,
yeah. And like obviously it comes naturally to identify yourself and go us versus them mentality, but I'm trying not to do that, and I feel like sports was the easy one to kind of cut out because it's not like I'm actually not part of this team in Spain. Like I'm a Barcelona fan, but I am not like in any way connected to them except in my brain. But for example, halftime. Do you want to pause for a bit and talk?
Let us pause. Yep.
But things like being Sri Lankan or being South Asian, being brown, like being these things are harder to let go of because it's still it's very real in that sense.
Yeah.
But I've lost that relationship with identifying with something too much, and like when I watch soccer now, it's like I rarely have a team. Like it's more like if it's good football being played, I'm down for it. In saying that, I do love getting around a team. Like when the Matildas were playing, we were watching it
that was
on this couch.
massive thing.
We were going mental. We were running around the house.
Australia versus France.
That was a good game. The penalties.
The quarterfinals. I think.
The quarters there.
What a game! I think it was.
They had all the drama. I mean, the World Cup final. Like we've been blessed with, in terms of soccer, that we've been blessed with such a good.
Yeah, like seeing a group of players. I think like that are generational. And I mean, sort of like
they're goats, right?
Era defining as well.
Yeah, we've seen perhaps some of the best players of all time.
Yeah.
And we've seen them start their career and end it. Like maybe not start it, but like they're like peak, and we've seen them end.
like Lionel Messi, for example, as like
huge.
Yeah, like we've basically seen him start off his career at Barcelona, and now he's getting to the end of it, and like it was a nice sort of
the World
cherry
Cup,
on top. Like,
cherry on top to see the World Cup.
To see that as well. Like
because when we watched the previous final of Argentina
versus Germany,
we went both in Sri Lanka.
Yeah. Everyone who was in that final, though, shout out to Cadell's house.
Yeah, that was insane.
That was nice.
But no, and then it was good to see that. We've seen people like, I mean, my favorite player is Iniesta, and I've seen him kind of, be just on the peak for so long.
And you've seen him actually win a World Cup.
Win a World Cup, score the final goal, and he's not a striker, right? Like seeing all of that happen, and I mean, I forgot about this. I used to make videos.
Yeah.
So I used to have a YouTube channel in high school. We're like probably 13, 14.
Oh, well, a lot of our friends had it.
All of us had friends.
All of us had friends.
All of us had friends. Sorry, Freudian slip. We all had YouTube channels of like soccer compilations, and I was like so into it. I would spend my days doing it all day, like Messi videos. I swear, like some of them had like 250,000 views.
Yeah.
Like some of these controversial Messi versus Ronaldo, Ballon d'Or. Like these ones like so funny. Like friends would come over and we would make like videos. But that was a thing.
Yeah, that was like it's interesting that you talked about not following like teams or like clubs and nations anymore.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people that who actually follow like individuals in team sports like football.
I did that.
Like
Iniesta.
so like someone would follow, like, I'm a Messi fan, so I'm gonna follow every club he's following, or like Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Or even managers like Jose Mourinho. Like everyone, I know people who personally like prefer watching every club he goes to and like follow the manager around, which is interesting. Like it's a whole different aspect to it when you think about it. You know,
True.
like and yeah, I mean that's been something. I mean, Jose Mourinho is probably one of my favorite managers, and
If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
all right.
I love how like all of my different kind of interests are coming together, because I obviously love UK drill and like rap, and you see like Jose Mourinho in a Stormzy video.
Yeah.
Or, like a Stormzy
yeah.
track, and it's like, this is so good. This is so funny.
Yeah, and like the integration of sports into popular culture has been like something that's been growing and growing and growing, and like
I mean, especially in Australia, like after the Matildas game, there's a lot of talk about football now. Than it used to be, and it's really nice, I think. But sports good. I mean, obviously we talked about the physical aspect of going out and getting stuff done separate.
Yeah.
I mean, that's well known. I think this is more about a relationship to.
Well, yeah.
Relationship,
well,
maybe even not even a relation. Maybe like a relation. I think it's a relationship to belonging.
I mean, like in school, like something I can really resonate with is like, obviously school is not sometimes having the best of times, right? And something you look forward to is always getting out there, and
that was the favorite part of the day.
I think my best memories in school are like respectfully nothing that has been academic and anything but part of school, but my favorite part of school has been like playing football, and playing football in particular on the futsal court.
Dude, trust me.
Everyone who knows.
People, there's a handful of people that like I won't forget, just because we played hours, like hundreds of hours, and that's all I waited for. I'd go to school until school finishes so I can run down and play. It's not like I've seen schools everyone just leaves, but we would stay for hours after school, like just like drenched with sweat. Obviously this is like 30 degrees. I don't know how we did it. We were just like barely eating anything, just playing all the time. All we did was play.
Just fueled on vibes and rolls and passing.
Time free.
For context, you used to do this thing called time freeze, where like it's not actual time freeze. There's a concept in football called la pulsa, where like you can actually stop. Like the way you play and attract footballs when you're attacking is like it almost looks like a time stop, like you're freezing time. The way you did it, you were just like taking your ages to pass the ball. So like we just call you time freeze. I mean, not like it didn't have its merits. You probably like did sort of confuse the other players at school.
I mean, there's no one at the front. Obviously, I'm gonna stop like and attract. I mean, the good thing is if I made the right pass, everyone's around me. That no one's marking. Because you attract, like, I feel like that's what Messi does. Everyone goes to Messi. Obviously, that wasn't me trying to compare myself. Fuck. No, I'm just saying, like, that kind of play where, like, you stop and everyone flocks to you. But that was genuinely the like, when I was saying happiness, I haven't felt that since I started running, but that feeling of pure, like, euphoria in your body, where it's just like full satisfaction of every bit of your body. Like it's just obviously chemically it's probably just endorphins flooding your body. Also, let's start the second
we're gonna start second half. Go. But
I mean, it's been just so good. I mean, and it was a rough court. It wasn't built for
it was a basketball court, which like in another one is like another sport I know you personally like enjoyed playing.
I used to watch
PT.
basketball.
And watch as well. Like I mean, I still do watch basketball. Like it was
tackle.
It was like interesting, like because there's so much sports being played at school, and like outside apart from the futsal court, like we used to actually play on the pitch as well with the team, and like I like some of my like a very funny memory. Oh my god! I could have scored that from like far away. It was like, well, one of my fondest memories playing like on the pitch was like running into you while we were.
That
like,
was one of the first games I played as part of the school team, and then like I'm defending and I'm like running behind this guy, and then he obviously is faster than me, and then something's come out of the left side and hits me right. Like we collide, and like I collapsed. He collapsed as well. I look over, it's this guy Dulana. Like we both like like obviously like being 12 and like so focused on like defending this guy, getting the ball back, that we both just didn't see each other running towards the same person, and we ran into each other.
Yeah. And then there's another one where like it actually looks cool, like because someone caught it on camera, but
I know,
you know what I mean. Like,
I wasn't there for that.
It's like like you know the switchover play. Like,
I've heard of it because I was in Australia.
Oh, you mean like you haven't actually seen the footage? I haven't seen the footage.
Yeah,
it's like me passing the ball, and it's like a 1-2 kind of thing. But it looked really cool.
Yeah.
I do like, I will sort of come out and say like we probably didn't like do anything with that pass. Like it probably like led to nothing.
I probably butchered it.
But it looked very cool. But yeah, I mean like I even like on like those kind of days, like I enjoyed so much.
Oh, you're in the clear.
No. And yeah, it was
no. And I mean,
very
it's I mean we could go forever. Like we have so many memories of just being in the same team. Like remember that Elizabeth Moya match at the back.
Yeah. The 1-0, like we had to defend that 1-0 lead.
That defense is mental.
Yeah, that was like.
I mean, this is not obviously. Oh, that's a nice touch.
That was a Jose Mourinho performance, I think.
Yeah.
That was
crazy. But no, but we have so many. But it's interesting though, like, given all of that, now I'm not playing any team sports. Like I do play. I have played a bit of futsal, but running has taken over. Like. You know, like it's been so different because it's
tell me more about that. What, because there's no like, I don't think there's an like absolute sense of like team spirit in that. No. So like everything that we spoke about just now, it's probably not there. But there has to be something that like takes over that.
There is, and specifically, I'm not into any running. I'm only into endurance running. Right. So like it's like long distance.
Yeah.
So that's marathon and upper. So it'll be ultra endurance or like endurance sports. Endurance sports in general, like triathlons or whatever. But hang on, let me score this.
Oh, let me cook now.
Saved.
Right. So it's 0-0 update. Score update. 70 minutes.
Yeah, 0-0. 70 minutes. No, I think for me it's more about. It's this test of human will and determination. It's like, okay, like you've run 200 Ks with 20,000 meters of elevation in the last 30 hours, and you got 100 more kilometers to go. Like, how are these people doing it? Like, what is going on in their head?
Oh, what? What the fuck? How did you get that in? Fuck's sake. Sui. All right.
It's a Ronaldo.
You don't have to explain it.
You don't need to explain it.
Yeah. So I mean that is a very interesting aspect of it.
And it's like, whoa, like what can I learn from it? And that was a good goal.
That wasn't a good goal. Like my keeper could have saved it, and like the dude just
what's
like,
the guy just
what
doing
the
there?
fuck's going on there? What the fuck?
Nothing.
He didn't do anything. Anyway.
Oh, okay. This is going on Instagram. Like we have to save this video. Well, you got 10. No, you got 20 minutes. Just almost 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like that's what's interesting to me about running, and this is like me watching runners. This is not my feeling, like my relationship with running is a whole world of things that I want to talk about at some point, but it's insane places you can go to when you're tired and you just keep going, and you get into a place where you're tired, but like there's this dissociation of like your brain, and this like almost like a homunculus. Oh, come on! Almost this homunculus that's in there, and it's like it doesn't listen to the brain anymore because like you're tired, but you still got another 20 k's to go, and you keep going. You're like your body is sending all these signals, but you don't. And there's this thing called the controller in your brain. This is the controller theory, I think, which is kind of it's a bit outdated, but it's this kind of this, well, for lack of a better word, a controller in your brain that signals the body to shut down whatever it's doing way before it actually causes any harm.
Okay.
So what happens in endurance sport is you push that limit like more and more to the other side, right? Oh, tackle. So like the signal gets delayed and delayed. I mean, obviously you can go to extremes where it comes too late and you get injured, but that's what's interesting to me. But this is very distracting. I'm defending fully. No, go. Cleared. Okay, no. What I was trying to say was the connection with nature, the connection with people, the connection with your body, the connection with like the karma bars. I was gonna say this is so hard to record a podcast sometimes playing FIFA. I need to get the ball away. I need to get the ball away. I can't. What you do is like you make me talk and then you get into my box.
I'm just letting you cook, bro.
Oh my god, you pressing so hard. Did you change settings?
No, I didn't.
Phew. No. There's so much to running that you can't even I think running is something people should experience. Long distance running, and it's less hard than you think. I've only been running for 2 years and only 1 year, maybe half a year seriously, right? Like it's not a long time to be a runner, and I'm not a good runner, fast runner by any means. It's more about how much I can push myself. Fuck yes, I won.
Yeah.
Yes.
Easy.
It's been a while actually since I won.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. But we can keep the highlights actually.
Yeah.
But no, I think that's what it is to me. You know, like people like Kipchoge, which is he's a marathon runner. I probably think of him as the Messi of the marathon world.
Yeah.
You know, he's just been insane. I mean, there's a new guy coming up, but this guy has dominated the world for like a decade. Right. And like that level, like how you push like a marathon is like, although I've done like longer ones, but like it is hard. And I don't know how people who push themselves that hard for that long, it is insane. And you see people like Courtney Daughter, right? Like these ultra runners who are like so relaxed, but like to run ultras, I feel like at that level, not everyone, but most people to run at that level, you need to have some demons or something to push yourself to that extent. Like she's beating men and women like just all out first place in all these games, right? So all these races, and like for example this I forgot her name, Paris something, but she was another thing is like mums are like crazy good at endurance sports. Like this lady, she ran this really hard race in England, which is like 600 k's or whatever. Like 3-day long race with no fucking sleep, like obviously slept on the trails or whatever. She's like, it's 8 months or 6 months after having a kid, runs it, finishes it, first place. She doesn't know. She goes home, she breastfeeds the kid immediately, goes home, has a shower, sleeps, comes back the next day. She's blown up, goes on news, and they're like, okay, where's the second place? Like, wait, how far behind were they? And it's like, it's a guy and he's still running.
Wow.
Like she was 9 hours or 10 hours ahead.
What
like
the fuck?
like this is the level they're running at. Like,
so sorry, how long was that?
The race, like 600 k's or something in the mountains. Okay. There's this sky running championships and mountain running championships that are insane. And there's really cool one. I was talking to a friend today in the morning actually, which is called fell running. It's in Scotland, and so they have like mountains and like little hills are called fells there, not mountains, like hills. And it's point to point. So it's like you start at the bottom, you need to get to the top, but the course is not marked. So you actually need to navigate yourself and find the route you think is the fastest way to get up, right? It's very risky. But all these really cool ones that are not, you can't really measure, like in road running, you can really measure time and distance and actually, compare people through history and records and etc. Right?
Yeah.
You can't really do that with these things because the trails are changing all the time. Like elevation, like 100k race could have 0 elevation or could have 20,000 meters of elevation. Like it's insane. You can't really compare. None of the races are apples to apples. But that's what's interesting to me. Like Courtney Daughter recently, she's the Messi of the sport. She's this lady. She's beating everyone, outright. And she's like a school teacher. She's a science teacher in high school. She went on a run, and she's like, wait, I can just run, and now she's running. Like, she's such a happy personality. Even like 90% of the way in, she's like smiling and high-fiving kids, and like this is awesome to see. And she just won the 3 major ultras this year in one summer. Like within 6 or 7 weeks, she won 3 of them, and it's crazy. But no, I can talk about running for a while, but I'm more now into this individual struggle against yourself kind of situation.
I see.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Which again is sport to me, like soccer as well. It's you are trying to better yourself all the time, and but yeah, I think I'm gonna keep ranting. I love running
it's such a like big thing I think in your life right now. It's
right
like
now.
you asked me the same about football, and maybe a few years ago.
I did have a question though, like
Yeah.
because you're not playing football like you used to play a lot of football, but you are into like the data side now.
Yeah, I am.
Which is interesting.
I'm a big fan of data analytics and
is that like
sport.
Moneyball?
It is a bit like Moneyball, yes. For context, Moneyball is basically this thing that the Oakland A's sort of
Baseball,
started. Yeah, baseball. I mean, if you've watched the movie, you kind of know the gist of it. And it's sort of like using sport analytics and data analytics to find out these sort of kind of like hidden stats that will reveal more about your team and more about your players' performance, and then using those stats to improve, and then recruitment wise, trading wise, whatever, right? And it has been such a game changer in the world of sport, and that it's like revolutionized how sport analytics work. Where like most of the time it'll be like cross and inshallah, right? At times, like in football, and like in like the scouts would pick the players they think are in their eyes working well, and then hope that they perform, right? But in newer phases of football and recruitment and all that, it's actually like it's actually analyzed. It's actually like through metrics, through actual data, like things called XG, expected goals, expected assists, expected saves, defensive tackles, defensive actions, through the game to find out different parts of the of players of actions on the pitch. Then this is just football as an example, because it's moved on to like it started in baseball, it's moved on to football. It's probably been a thing in cricket. Well. Yeah, exactly.
Like especially cycling.
Yeah.
Like the Tour de France and stuff. Like they're looking at 1%. They're looking at, can I change the fabric of what my cyclists are wearing so I can get like a 0.1% like better, like be better at being more aerodynamic, like at that level. And then what does that translate to?
Yeah, and like stuff like F1 is same kind of story.
Yeah,
right. Like and in fact, F1 is probably one of the most advanced places where you can see that. And Moneyball is more like the recruitment side of it, the money, the financial aspects of it, like how much can we save using this player instead of that player, like in the long run, like would this be a better investment, and all of those kind of stuff as well.
Would you have any recommendations, like so Moneyball, any other like kind of things? So you reckon the F1 thing? I haven't watched it yet.
Just like F1 in general is sort of moving towards that, and like there are so many like sport analytics people. Even like cricket that I've seen now it's evolving, and a lot of the times that teams do it a lot better is because in real time they do it now, like during the match. Even football, like there's like usually you'd have like a row full of like assistant coaches, etc., and like trainers and all that. Now you have a row full of analytics people that on their laptops, right?
So getting live data.
They're using live data. They're reporting to the coach, and also using that data for future matches, future footage that they can train and improve on. So like it's insane how like it sort of like became like from like a conversation about things to like stuff you do pre-season to like live actions and all that. I mean, it's something I can go on forever, honestly.
No, it's really nice to hear that. Like you are really passionate about it. Like you've moved on from playing it to like a different side of it, and that's really cool to see. And I want to like add to that because I've heard about Moneyball through Annie Duke. So Annie Duke is a professional poker player, which is also a sport, right? And she wrote a book called Making Bets, which is on my list to read, about looking at life through poker and kind of uncertainty and like thinking of life and decisions as making bets. Her point is that, let's say a game like chess, right? People think it's very cool to have a cool to be good at chess. It means you're a better decision maker, and it probably like mimics life very well and how to face decisions. But what she's saying is it's very bad to think of chess that way, because chess is such a like there's only rules. There's definite rules. There's no uncertainty. Everything's certain. If you lose consistently to someone, you 100% know that's a skill issue. Like there's no luck involved in chess. It's skill. It's all just skill. But with poker, it's more like real life because there's so much uncertainty. There's randomness. Like someone could be really genuinely worse than you are with skill, but because of the uncertainty of how the card is flipped, of you not being able to know what the card they're holding, that you will lose. And so her whole thing is like looking at looking at poker and looking at decision theory and figuring out how to apply that to real life. And I think that's really good. And that's what you're talking about, because sports
like XG, for example, the example I use, like expected goals is literally like that, the same definition, like the quality of the chances you take. It's like mapping
it's all probability.
Exactly, right? Like the quality of the chance, like how often are you taking good shots into goal, like and then you measure it against like how many of these shots that have been taken in the past have led to goals, and then you use like, okay, you could have had expected goals, like you could have scored this many goals in this match, but you only scored like 3 goals, right? And then what you do using that is like comparing the ability of the player, right? Like if someone's overperforming on the XG, like that means they're like they're turning low quality chances into like goals, and that means they're a better striker, or like they have like better instinct, better like technique or whatever. And it's the same with goalkeepers. Like if you're letting in more goals than expected saves, that means like that is an issue there as well, right?
Yeah, and that's a bit, obviously we can nerd out forever, but we should probably wrap this up. But I think one takeaway from, I mean, we actually haven't talked about this too much. Like I haven't really heard you talk about analytics too much, but something that you just mentioned reminds me of what Annie Duke is talking about. Which is, in life you always forecast. So we're always looking forward, trying to, predict the future, but we never backcast. And I think that's why you with analytics, you're actually looking back, you're using that data, and then trying to make a decision for the future. And I think, I mean, that's what I got out of it. Like, it's easy to look to the future and never actually look at.
Can't believe I conceded that goal, man.
That's shitty goal. That is.
Fuck's sake.
And another thing, I think another takeaway for me from things like sport where there's a bit of luck involved, is that obviously every time something goes right, every time something goes wrong, I think we are generally good at being like, okay, what went wrong, what can I do better, like how can I improve? But when something goes right, we never think about how can I have done it even, like, how can I make it even better? Can I have done it even better? Or like, did I win by a mistake?
Like the probability of that happening again.
Exactly.
It's about repeating that, right? When you have such a long series.
It's possible, but it's not probable. Like, because you had a 2% chance of that happening, and it did happen. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen again. You shouldn't be repeating that course of action. And that's not sport. I'm just talking in life. There's things that happen randomly because of luck. And when I say luck, it's something out of your control. And when that happens, you shouldn't be repeating that just because it went right the first time.
Yeah.
But anyways, we should probably stop nerding out.
Yeah,
Game's
yeah.
over. 1-0 I won.
Fuck's sake.
France won.
Alright.
Spain 0. But good game.
Yeah, good game. Good chat.
I like
think.
this format. Like a little
Yeah.
informal. I know the other ones can get a bit deep, but this one's kind of like maybe talk about interest a little bit.
Yeah.
Keep it cash. And I get to beat you in soccer.
Well, one time. You know.
Well,
You know, it's like you said, you know, is this a fluke? Or,
yeah.
How can you do better?
True.
Too easy.
Eat-
See, I have
eat-
been listening.
Eat my own words, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
Wrap this up.
too easy. All right. Well, let us know what you think. Actually, I'm sure like everyone here, we've probably touched on a lot of some of the guys we used to play with as well. Like it's like shout out to everyone. Thanks for the happy memories.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
Legit.
Too easy.
Also, till next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Rematch.